Okay everyone, in this video we are going to take this 42-foot mower, we're going to trick it out, and then we are also going to trick out this 24-foot 2-axle mower to pull behind it, just like that. These kits can be bought at rockinfarmtoys.com, and normally they come with the tarp rack, a rollover tarp frame, wired to the body of the trailer. This is changing, so as of this video, this is what you see in the future. This will be a separate piece because, as you can see, they don't ship just really great, and I want to solve that. Also, future trailers are going to have this style of tarp, which drops right onto the body, and then you can, if you want to have it open, you swap this in. If you want to have it closed, you put the tarp back on after you've painted it, of course. So, few changes, so this video will be a little dated by the time I get everything solved, but that's the process of learning and doing things better, hopefully better, is that you grow into what you're doing. So if you happen to get a kit like this, because I'm still burning up the stock that I have left over, you just got to separate the tarp frame from the body, come in here and trade that, or clip out all the pins, clip out the pins on the inside, like so. And you can make these as smooth or as rough as you please. Once you have those separated, you'll need to separate out the tongue from the inside. Why is this wired to the inside? To keep the part count accurate. A lot of times these little parts, you order 10 and you get 4, or maybe you get 20, you never know. So if it all comes in one piece, it's just much easier for 3D printing, at least when you outsource it like I do. On this one, your dolly is going to be wired to the bottom, just like that. And if you want, leave one of those pins on there so you got something to hold while you paint, or cut it off and hold it someplace else. Either way is great. You can smooth that up just as you wish, and this is now ready for the first coat of paint. We are ready to paint this. The only thing I do for preparation, I get my lovely jug of rubbing alcohol, but just wipe down any fingerprints, any oils, leftover residues from the printing process. Wipe it all down. And then again, be sure you get off any fibers and stuff so it doesn't get in your paint. All I ever use on these for painting is generic primer I buy at a discount store, and then I use any color of spray paint that I happen to like or want to use for this purpose. On this particular trailer, I'm going to paint the sides white. I'm going to have the hopper silver and the insides silver. All right, while our paint is drying, we're going to go ahead and attach the tongue to the dolly. And this is just a little narrow, so we will need to take a sandpaper or a file or something and just sand a little bit of material off the inside of the tongue. Once these fit together smoothly, there will be a straight pin like this included in your kit, and you should be able to put them through the holes without any extra effort. However, if it's really snug, get a small drill bit and you can drill out those holes, and that'll just make it go nice and smooth. Once you have the tongue pinned together, I like to just bend that over like so, and then cut off the excess with a side cutter. Okay, the paint is dry. The simplest way to do what we're about to talk about is, if you're brand new to customizing, you just want a trailer and you're not particular about the different colors that are available for it, paint the whole thing one solid color, add the wheels, the tarp frame, you're done. However, in this case, I want the sides white, I want the hoppers, and the inside silver, which means we need to mask off the sides. Now, I have found through doing this several times, it's easiest and you get the best results if you paint the outside first, just like I have here on both the pup and the lead. Then mask off and paint the rest of it silver. So I like to use 1/4-inch tape. This is, I bought it on Amazon. I couldn't tell you what brand it is. It was cheap. I can tell you it was inexpensive. So if that tells you the quality. What I like to do before I do anything else is mask off the back and then mask down the side. So I'm going to do the back, I'm going to do the front, and you'll see why in just a moment. So I'm going to wrap just a little bit of tape around the trailer like so, and then add my tape to the back. Now the important part here is that we get this line on the back straight, or as straight as you can. So you can see there, we have a nice line, and that ladder's in the way. Now you could use a thinner tape to get below the ladder, and that would work as well. I don't happen to have any on hand, so I'm skipping that and just using my 1/4 inch. You can see we don't have any white showing underneath there. There's no gap. Perfect. Now we'll go down the side. And at this point, if you want to use a wider tape, you sure can. It'll just save tape. Now, I did not go to the bottom of that line. What I did was I'm overlapping a little bit. And to be honest with you, overlapping a little bit just makes the whole process a little simpler for you. On the back here, I'm going to cut this flush, and then I'm going to go to the bottom of this. I'm not going to overlap on the back because I don't want that line to be interfered with. And you might be lucky enough to hear the mourning dove keeping me company outside. It's so nice today, I left the shop door open. Now before I put this top layer on, I am going to go ahead and mask off right here on the front and the back. I could have done that at the same time I did this, but I simply overlooked it. So you can come in here and right there at that line, that's a great place to try and mask a nice straight edge if it works for you. So we're going to do that now. Again, it almost helps if you do that at the same time you mask the bottom, but I just got a little ahead of myself. So you can do it anytime as long as you get it done. Now we can go ahead and mask up the rest. The masking part for this job is done. I only push down the edges. I don't concern myself with it being stuck in the middle. Really, the only thing we want to do is prevent paint bleed on the top and bottom and make sure there's no paint bleed in the front and the back. That's it. This thing is ready for silver in the hoppers and at the bottom. Okay, our paint is on. We're ready to put the details on these trailers and get them on the road. First thing I'm going to do is add some DOT tape down the side. This comes with your kit should you choose to use it. I'm going to go right down the bottom with this and then cut off all the excess with a small scissor, and we are ready to go. All right, DOT tape is on. We need to add the landing gear to our 42-footer. It will come with a couple of screws, what I like to do, and you can do this any way you want. But I get them started like you see here, and then I run them in with my cordless drill. Now I'm ready to add some wheels and tires. If your dolly doesn't fit together smoothly, don't be afraid to drill out that hole to match the diameter of this pin and nip off those studs that are supposed to match. You know, it's a great concept, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but since you're not going to play with it, you can leave it like this and away you go, you're done. Finally, we'll add some color to the lights. Once you have your lights colored, you can go ahead and add some chrome to the ladder and to this step on the front and the back of both trailers. Add some more detail if that's something you're inclined to. You can add your tarp frame, add your tarps, and you are done. Let's take a look at the finished product.